Well, welcome back to Two Guys One Gamepad. My name is Sig, and we are here with Rahgel. And tonight, we are going to do something that we've done before back in October, which is talk about holiday traditions. October, it was Halloween, and because it is December, we're going to talk about holiday traditions for December, mostly, whatever we celebrate, i.e., Christmas or Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, or whatever winter holidays we celebrate. I don't know any other holidays in those three, so joke's on me. Anyways, Rahgel, how are you doing tonight or today or at this
I'm
moment?
good. I'm good right now. Right now, I'm good. Pretty sure you just offended about half of our listeners by
Look,
listing off the holidays. Essentially, you can't put it on a fucking Starbucks cup anymore. It's all either
that's right.
Happy Holidays or
No,
Merry Holidays.
no. Look, I live in Kansas,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't live in the far northeast, but we can still say Merry Christmas, and you're not gonna get too many people fucking butthurt over that. But that's not what we're here for. This is the holiday we individually celebrate. And if that is not the holiday you celebrate, I'm just letting you know right now, I celebrate Christmas. This may not be the episode for you. Tune back in next week. This is your final warning. Just can't do it. Anyways, Frog, what have you been up to?
Nothing. Nothing at all. At all. Not a damn thing since our last podcast,
Our
which did very
last
well.
rendezvous.
But I do have some Christmas lights that I'm being voluntold I have to put up, because I did say that we would have lights. There are some lights up that have been up since last year because I didn't take them down.
Look, if you're
Yes, I was that guy.
if no, fuck that. Let's just normalize that because if you're gonna put Christmas lights up, why are we taking them down? And hell, to the point of like, if whenever we get our own house, I will be the podcast that puts like permanent lights up, the fancy LED ones, so I don't ever have to take those stuff fuckers down.
That's my goal, because I'm tired of unwinding them, going through the rigmarole of trying to roll them out, figure out what works, what doesn't work,
There's a light
while I
behind
have my
this.
foot tied together to my other foot, trying to figure out where the end is at. Everything else, I can't stand it. It drives me nuts. I buy new lights every year. It gets a tad bit expensive, but I don't want to. It saves me from the headache that it causes of having to go through all those damn lights.
That's
And it's a
that's
little
fair.
different.
That's that's fair. This is the second year we don't have lights up on our house, and that's more because like I don't want to run a cable from inside or extension cord from inside to outside. So that's the only reason. Our last house we used to have an outlet on the outside, so we could just like plug in and go. So
I mean, that definitely makes it easier. We have a couple outside, but lights are about all I do. I can't do the whole let's decorate our front yard and make it look like a bouncy house. I can't stand the blow up ones. They
oh
drive me
my god,
nuts.
oh my
They
god.
look they look like shit. I can't stand them.
Then you need to make a trip down here,
Oh,
and
I've plenty of neighbors I have them too. I can't stand them.
oh no, oh no 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 no. I've traveled around, and there's a house here that when I say every square inch is covered with some type of inflatable toy, it is covered. Like their driveway, their walkway, like you can't walk on the sidewalk. It's just covered. It looks cool because there's always a theme every year, and that's the thing. It changes every year, so they're wealthy. I do know that based upon their Halloween and Christmas decoration. They must be
They can pay
wealthy.
their light bill. So
Well, I know one. They like last year they had a Jack Skeleton and Sally with Oogie Boogie and a Christmas tree, and and it was very nicely put together. But Jack Skellington alone was easily a 12-foot blow up. So I
God,
know that shit's not cheap because I saw it on
no.
Walmart's shelves for like $160 that year. I was like, oh damn. And you have Sally, Oogie Boogie. No way that shit's cheap. And then, the electricity.
I mean, Walmart does have layaway, so you can always do
It
that.
still has to be paid off before like a certain time. It's not like it used to be where you could put layaway on January 1st and pay it off January 1st, 6 years down the road. It was
Oh yeah.
Now it's you get 45 days, maybe 60 days if they extend
Mm.
it. So I get that though. You should see the house. I won't take a picture of it. That's rude. I may take a picture of it. We'll see.
Not rude. Take a picture of it. Just do it.
And then there's another house that decorates like Halloween. They do skeletons, like a ton of skeletons out in the front yard, and then come Christmas, they make it Christmas themed skeletons. It's just really funny. That one I
That's how we kind of do our Halloween's more skeleton based, skeleton and spiders, I guess. But like our Christmas is just lights right now. I'm gonna get talked into something else. I know it, but as long as it's not a damn blow up. But obviously, if the kids want it, the kids will get it. I just don't. I don't want to have it, but whatever I'm told it has to go there, it goes there. Because I don't really have a say in Christmas. Halloween, we kind of have. It's kind of an even thing, but Christmas is like this is what's going here. So the year that I wanted to put just a string of Christmas lights and a cutout of the Grinch, in the corner. That's obviously I saw it on Facebook or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, oh, this is perfect. Minimal effort, great effect.
Oh yeah,
because everybody understands exactly what it is.
Yeah. Did you get away with it?
I never did it. I talked about it. Never did it.
You never did it because you forgot, or you never did it because you weren't allowed. There's a distinguish.
I was allowed. I just never did it. I talked all kinds of trash and was like, oh, I'm doing this. Never did it.
I'll do the one that only takes me like 30 minutes. Just throw lights up, do the cutout, and done.
Yeah. So I talked about it for 30 days and never did it. Ever. So this week is my plan to finish getting the lights up, take down the ones that are there, but put up new lights.
Or just put new lights over old lights.
No, they look like shit right now. I don't like them. One thing I don't get, and it always baffles me, because I'm not going to be the weirdo to walk up to people's houses, how they have the outline of the windows. That's it. There's a space. Then you go to the other part of the house. It's lit up. I don't understand how they do it. But I really haven't taken the time to YouTube or look into it. Like I'm amazed by it. Like how you have it lit up right there. There's no outlet right there. Like around your window on the outside, unless you're running it through your window, which I don't think they are.
Maybe.
But then they have it around their house and everything else. And there's like, it all outlines their house perfectly. And you don't have, because mine is like up the side of the wall, across here, over here. You see where it goes.
It could be LED strips.
No, these are like, there's legit lights.
LED lights are still lights. They're legit lights, but yes, I get what you mean.
Like that old school. Like I can't find like the old school Griswold gigantic halogen bulbs because my daughter watched that movie with me.
They're not safe anymore.
Well, so what's not safe anymore? My daughter, who was 5, watched. She watched Christmas Vacation with me, and once she saw that part, she's like, "Can we do that to the house?" I'm like, I can't afford that. Like, you see that scene where that little arrow is just spinning?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's going to be our numbers for our light bill just skyrocketing up. She's like, come on, let's do that. I'm like, no, we can't do that. I will put lights up, though. I promise you.
That show, especially like the actual Christmas scene where he blows the breaker, that used to be like the epitome of how your house should look for Christmas. And I remember, like, as kids, we asked my dad all the time, and it was always no. That's too much. That's way too much. And also, like, we had a 2-story house too, with like a porch that had a roof over, or sorry, I'm gonna call it a roof, whatever, overhang on it, and then our garage, or what was our garage, well, and it's now my driveway. I don't know what's stuck in my throat. It was a driveway originally and the garage, so it had the little hangover as well. And then the back had one as well. So it was weirdly shaped that we couldn't do what the Griswolds had, but that was what we wanted growing up. So I get your daughter going, I want that. I still want that. I don't want to do it. I want it. I'll pay something.
If I did that, those lights would be there forever.
That's the way our house would look for the next 10 years.
Yes. That until a new roof is put on, because they're going to have to take it off. Because I'm not doing it. No way in hell. You do, you can throw them away.
It looks like your lights have fused to the shingles.
Imagine that.
But how much?
I mean, our upstairs is very warm.
How much is a new roof? Yeah, let's just go with that. That sounds cheaper. Sounds a lot cheaper.
Yeah. So with that, what movies do you guys watch Christmas-wise? tradition? Like, do you have one that you watch like December 1st hits? We've already watched Home Alone. Like that's one
Yeah.
that I watch no matter what every year. Home
I,
Alone's probably the first one I watch.
I watch 1 and 2, Home Alone 1 and 2. I refuse to
Okay.
acknowledge anything after the second one.
Have you seen the other ones?
Yes, I refuse to acknowledge any.
There's another one that came out recently. I don't know if it's last year or this year, but there's another one.
I feel like it
But
was
we haven't
last
watched it
year,
yet.
but
It
it's
could have been.
if you're a
But there's
fan of the original two or the original one, I don't recommend. I don't even think it's a whole different kid, of course, because he's
yeah,
not a
they're
kid
not even
anymore.
related or nothing in relation to anything.
But
So I
that was
mean,
the big
obviously with
issue,
Macaulay
though.
Culkin,
Yeah,
yeah, it was.
but
I
that
mean,
was
Macaulay Culkin in 1 and 2 were epic and everything that they were.
yeah. But the problem is like when you use a title like Home Alone, and there's
Mhm.
no correlation, and you're just clearly using this because you don't want to create another Christmas movie and work on
Mhm.
building up that brand or whatever. I get it. I get it. Look at
Mhm.
Call of Duty. Look at Assassin's Creed. Like, look at all of like. There's so many games and movies that literally will just bridge off of a name.
Mhm.
Die Hard. Just Final Fantasy. Final Destination. God, Final Destination. We're gonna do a whole thing about that. That movie fucked up a whole generation. But movie wise for like Christmas, yeah, we do Home Alone 1 and 2. Nightmare Before Christmas because that's a Halloween and a Christmas
And
movie.
Christmas. Yep.
I will argue that it's more Halloween than Christmas because of how the plot ends, but still a Christmas movie. Kids like it, and clearly, you know, I'm just a slight fan, nothing
Like,
big. It's like whoever gets artwork on their inner bicep. But we do those two. Christmas Carol, Christmas movie,
which Christmas Carol?
the actually about like 4 or 5 different ones. I like you're gonna give me shit because of Disney. I already know you could do, but the Mickey Mouse one because
That's one of my favorites.
that's the
That
one
no matter
we
what, that's
grew
one
up
of my
on.
favorites.
Um,
Yep.
and then the one that's like done in the '60s or '70s we'll watch as well because it's just a good one. It's classic. But really, if it says Christmas Carol on it, we'll watch it. I've seen the Puppy Pals edition of it, so
The
it's
Jim
good.
Carrey one. Have you seen that one?
I
It's
haven't
kind of an animated. It's like Polar Express kind of animation like that.
maybe I had. Here's the problem.
Jim Carrey plays Scrooge, and
Oh
it's
yeah,
another
yeah,
animated.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because
So that one's pretty good.
if you actually Google Christmas Carol, that's the first one that pops up.
Is it?
Yeah, the 2009
Now
edition. Yeah,
we just watched the Will Ferrell Ryan Reynolds Spirited.
I just started watching that, but
That is great.
I have not finished it. I was not able to get more than like I think a quarter of the way, and that was just somebody was here and kind of ruined it. So I'm gonna watch it later. But that's a movie like I'm waiting for. I've been
Yeah.
waiting for since I've seen all the trailers and the previews and everything. Um, it's very uh, what's the word? Sing along
Musical.
There we go, musical
Yep.
type show, and it's fine because Ryan Reynolds just talks. He doesn't actually sing. He's just talking, and I think that's hilarious that his singing voice is just him talking. And I will fight anybody who's like, "Well, no, you can hear his." No, I heard his first song, and he's doing very much like Johnny Cash used to do, where he talks, and that's his. He has some inflections, but it's not like
He
Will
does.
Ferrell changing octaves and tunes and everything. So,
That it's a really good movie and probably one of the ones that we watch every year now, just because of that. Once you get into it and you watch it more, you'll like it. But
I, I
it's
already
really
like it.
well done.
I haven't seen it. I already like it because it has Ryan Reynolds in it. But
Now, have you seen any of? I think I sent it to you. The new Grinch horror movie that's coming out.
I have not.
Um,
I've seen
did
the
I send it to
trailer.
you?
I've seen the trailer. You didn't send me the link. I went and searched
Oh,
it.
okay.
But
So it comes out in 3 days
okay.
from today. So today's the 6th. Comes out the 9th.
Okay.
And
What platforms is it?
it's going to come out in theaters, and then a couple days later, it's supposed to stream. And they haven't said. I don't. I they may have said it, but I don't know for sure.
Okay.
My guess is it'll be somewhere because it's not a low budget film, but the guy that played Terrifier,
Yeah.
the clown, the black and white clown, is playing The Grinch. So I've looked at it and I saw the trailer. It doesn't look amazing, but it looks entertaining. So, and I think it goes. Is it called the Mean One?
Yeah, the mean one.
Okay.
Well, it says it is releasing for free. Not finding a specific platform though.
It'll be somewhere. Sure.
I have a feeling it may be on like Netflix or Hulu. Those would be the second season. Can't wait with it.
I don't think HBO Max will get it.
No,
I don't know if Paramount or Peacock.
they're dying. HBO Max is dying ever since being merged with Discovery.
So we'll see if it doesn't seem like a Netflix movie, but Hulu may have a better chance. But I don't know.
It sounds and looks just like a Netflix movie.
Well, I guess Terrifier did go there too for the beginning of it. So yeah, maybe it will go Netflix. Wherever it goes, I'll be watching it. I'm excited for it. I'm just hoping it's decent. I'm not looking for like an amazing horror movie.
Yeah, it's a horror parody technically. So,
Yes.
yeah, there's no like I'm looking at it. I'm looking at the descriptions. There's nowhere. It just says that the Mean One will get a free streaming release on December 15th.
Okay, so all right.
So about 10 days
Of
from
course.
today, but yes, I saw that. I was like, all right, you got me. I'll watch it because for me that one fits more in line with what at least I always thought the Grinch should be or do. I was like, it's like they took a radar movie and they go, we're gonna make this cheating.
Yeah.
The Grinch has all these undertones, and you're like, he really just wants to fucking kill people. Just let him kill all the Who's in Whoville. It's fine. They all fucking deserve it. Except for Cindy Lou Who, it's fine. But they all fucking deserve it. Just let him kill them. It's fine.
Oh, have you seen Krampus?
The movie?
Yes.
Yes. Where are
Okay.
we going with this?
That's another. Well, along with just some horror movies with it, horror Christmas movies, because that one is great.
Nightmare Before Christmas was categorized as a horror movie, by the way. After a Halloween episode where we're like, what horror movies?
Not a fucking horror movie.
I literally just Google horror movies and like a bunch of these movies popped up and we're like, seen it. Ooh, I love this one. That's not a horror movie. Love it. Hate it.
Yeah, no, that's not a horror movie.
But no,
Good movie, not a horror movie.
But speaking of like The Grinch, I watch all the adaptations of that one. Favorite's the one with Jim Carrey, the live action one, because that's the only one that's like, to me, that's the best, especially since all of the facial movements are Jim Carrey. It's not CGI. It's not
post-production. It is all him.
That's fucking Jim Carrey. And
yeah.
I don't know, I like that one the most. I think the newest one where it's animated by Illumination, probably their worst adaptation of The Grinch.
You don't like that one?
I didn't. It's not like I didn't like it. I enjoyed it, but it wasn't
entertaining. I mean, it wasn't.
It wasn't The Grinch.
The original cartoon is my like the
1969 or something. Yep.
Is that what it was? Okay.
Oh, it's an old one because my wife.
I thought it was before that.
Blue said it was 69.
Okay, I thought it was maybe 40s or 50s, but who never knows? Because I think it's when
1966. How the Grinch Stole Christmas.
Okay.
I was off by 3 years, but like, my daughter wanted to watch the Illumination one, the one that came out like 09 or 12, whatever.
Yeah.
I wanted to watch the 66 edition, and we watched it, and my daughter was like, I don't like this one. It's not fun. I was like, it's better. It's so much better. It's not
color and bright.
But it's, Jim Carrey's, again, love him as an actor and person, but he's like, his edition of The Grinch is my favorite, but the 1966 version of How the Grinch Stole Christmas is still an amazing fucking movie. And we watch that one every time, every year, no matter what. Love it. So.
Yeah, those are always good. Nothing to argue with about those.
Do you watch A Christmas Story?
So I do not watch it until Christmas Day. Christmas Day, it's on TBS 24 hours a day. Nobody touches the fucking TV. It's on there 24 hours a day.
It
Now,
is.
this year will be an exception because I'm waiting to watch the second one or the sequel or what do you want to call it on Christmas Day. So that'll be what I watch after the kids do their presents and we eat breakfast and like that. I will watch that one, and then the rest of the day is Christmas Story.
Yeah, no, you had to watch the first one because it's a true
That'll be
sequel of this.
well, that'll be on. That'll be on while everything's going on.
Oh, you didn't say that.
And I've
You
and
didn't
I've
say
said,
that.
well, I said it's on 24 hours a day, but then the first one I sit down and watch will be that one.
Yeah.
So I've only seen it probably 5,000 times. So
Those are rookie numbers. You can get those.
I know exactly what's going on. I only watch it on Christmas Day. That's it.
Oh no! See, like that's my dad's favorite movie. So growing up, we not only had the VHS version of it, but if it was ever on TV, all throughout December, Christmas, 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 Christmas. And
I see it and I want to watch it, but I'm like, no, because I'm going to watch it for damn near 24 hours. So I can't do it. I have to wait.
you're just there, and set parental control, channel change, restriction, no timer. All right.
Oh no, I hide the remotes. Everything. They can't do anything. They can't reach the TV to change channel if they tried.
That's good. My kid can reach my TV because it's just on TV stand.
I know. I've got it mounted on the wall, so they can't reach it. They don't even know how. They wouldn't even know how to change the channel.
My son knows how to change the channel on our TV. And keep in mind, it's only hooked up to the PlayStation, so he has no need to change the channel. But there's just a button on the back that you push it and then it toggles everything. He's figured it out
Oh, okay.
himself. I'm just like, fucking smart bastard. Damn it. So like if we're waking up for the day and he's like, Dad, TV, TV. It's like, okay, one moment. Let me go get something to drink. And he'll just go over there, boop, boop, turn it on. Never mind. He grabs the PlayStation controller, pushes a button, navigates to Netflix, Hulu, Disney, whatever he wants to watch, finds the kid's channel. I was like, this kid is fucking 3 years old now. He's fucking navigating this shit. I can't even be mad because I'm more impressed that this 3-year-old can do all this, and I know people personally that can't do that. So I'm like,
Yeah, that's true.
good for you, buddy. Now we're not watching Bread Barbershop. Okay, we did that all day yesterday. Pick a different fucking show.
Leading up, you guys watch Christmas movies. Is there anything else you do leading up to, say, Christmas Eve?
I mean, so this year I did something different. I did like a homemade advent calendar of 25 days.
Okay.
So like there's toys, there's candy in there, of course. Me being a graphic designer, I made special little tickets that have like they can stay up 60 minutes late on their choosing. Granted, it can't be a school night. We can go to the trampoline park that's in town. They can. There's another ticket for. They can choose where to eat for dinner, like anywhere they want. There's a fourth ticket. I'm forgetting what it says, which is now very concerning. I don't remember what it says. But yeah, then there's like little trinkets or gadgets, whatever, inside of it. And then throughout the month, I mean, I like to cook. That's no secret. I like to cook, and I also enjoy baking. I'm the one that's like, fuck instructions, fuck measurements. Yeah, that looks like a cup.
Yep.
It's super moist. Why is it so moist? It's too much liquids. Missed a step.
Just add a little bit of this, a little bit of that. You'd be fine.
But so we'll do that, and then I mean, this year's totally different because my kid's in school all day, so it's not like I can go around and do like the festivities or anything that's around town. But we visit the Festival of Lights, which is literally a square in town that has a giant fucking Christmas tree up. They have a tunnel that's always decorated out. It has a little laser light show. Not impressive, easy. It's just these little like tiny lasers that make snowflakes and doodles on the ground. If you see it, it's not impressive, but it still is.
They're 3 years old or 5, they'll go crazy over it.
Oh, they do. We've already been there like 3 or 4 times, and my kids just chase the lasers. But there's always something going on down there. Concerts, parades, all types of stuff. So throughout the month, normally we go down there on a weekday, whatever, and we scope it out and everything. And we come back on the weekend and we scope it out again, do whatever's there. But since my oldest is in kindergarten, it's mostly me running around with my son, who is basically like, I don't give a fuck. So, not a whole lot of that. The difference, but then this year, and I'll be the first one to say, like, I was that weird parent that when we had our children, granted, this is all post craziness of 2020, I got excited for my kid to go to school because, like, oh, sweet, I'm gonna be I'm gonna be the dad that gets to cook and bake all this stuff, and all these parents are gonna be like, "Did your mom make that? No, you fucking little brat. I made it. Fuck off. Breaking gender norms since 1990. Fuck off, mate."
1990. Been down 30 years in the making.
I didn't suffer from being hazed and bullied, being called Betty Crocker for years for nothing. Let's
Yeah.
recognize you assholes. But like I was the one that's like really excited about it. And then we when we enrolled our kid, my daughter, in preschool last year, they told us, oh, we don't take baked goods anymore. It has to be store bought. It has to be individually packaged. So like I can't even go and buy a thing of cookies. It has to be individually wrapped cookies inside of a package to give.
Can't have peanuts. It can't have this. It can't be fucking gluten or just stupid shit.
Thankfully, we're not to that point yet. Nobody in the class has a peanut or gluten allergy. There are kids at school that have peanut allergies, so they like, please don't. At the same time, like, if the school works the way you guys are describing it, at no point should say a first grader ever come into contact with my kindergartner. So why?
True.
So why? And I did pose this question, and I kind of got told, shut the fuck up. Why is that concern? Like, well, it's really not, but just in case, let's say your kid goes to the nurse, and also so does another kid, and your kid happened to have contact with a peanut.
It's a nurse. They're fine. I mean,
Fair
that's
point.
what they're here for.
That's a fair point. I didn't think about that in the moment, but yeah, I was like, okay.
I've been right on. Like, okay,
But
you're there. You're good.
But then for like Halloween, when they did their little Halloween party and like bring snacks, I signed up for candy because my fat ass always has candy. So I got them a chocolate bag, like a miscellaneous chocolate bag of shit, and then sure enough, it was like Twix and Snicker.
Everything peanut caramel. Nougat.
There's definitely like Reese's cup in there, so there's peanut butter. But yeah, just like I didn't think about it until I dropped it off, and her teacher's like, "Oh, thank you so much for that." She looks at it, she's, "I'll try to make sure this doesn't leave our classroom." I was like, "Okay."
It's like, yeah, it better not.
It's like, isn't that where the party's supposed to be, anyways? In your classroom?
Are you taking the kids somewhere? What the hell's going on here?
I didn't sign a permission slip. But like, so normality has shifted because from having kids, it's a whole different game once they're in school. But so far this December, I did Rice Krispie treats, and I made somewhat festive red and green sprinkles, red and green marshmallow type stuff. Those were gone in like 2 days.
Those are amazing.
Can't even blame the kids.
No,
I ate them all.
Krispy treats are so good.
Well, like, so I don't do the traditional like just marshmallow Rice Krispies and butter, whatever. My ass this time, I always do something a little different each time I make them until I find something I really like. I found,
Candy in it.
No, I'm not gonna put my candy in it, dumbass.
Oh, my bad. Excuse me, all to hell.
But no, we have like the caramel syrups for like your coffee. Yeah. Okay, so we had a salted caramel one, and I put literally just a splash of it and then a splash of vanilla. Dude, those things turned out so fucking good. I was like, I'll just have a little square, maybe like 1x1, and that turned into like a 3x3. That turned into like half the pan, and the whole.
This is good, so good.
The point, like my wife, I think had probably like 3 or 4 squares. My kids combined had maybe maybe 3 or 4 squares as well. So I ate well over 50%. And it's just because like every time I walk by them, it's like, just cut me another one. All right, let me go walk around. Oh, I got graphics to do. Let me go grab another one.
Yeah.
And then by the time it's done, it's like, it's December 3rd.
I made those on the 1st.
I did double batch too. That was the thing. Like, it's not like I did just like 2 bags of marshmallows, 2 bags of cereal, 2 sticks of butter. I'm just like,
Let me give that real quick. The cereal, the cinnamon, the Rice Krispie treat cereal that they no longer fucking make needs to come back because that was amazing cereal. Nothing was wrong with it. It was great.
What Rice Krispie cereals are you talking about?
This Rice Krispie treat cereal.
Oh, like the actual like balls of
Yes.
Oh, those were so good.
Those were so good.
Dude, that unlocked the memory. I forgot about those. Those are good. I wonder if I can make those. They wouldn't last long enough to go to breakfast.
Well, no.
So, I want me to try one. Fuck it.
And also, there's a Swiss Miss cereal that we found at Costco.
Mm-hmm. I saw that Hy-Vee.
I just had some before the podcast, and it's amazing. It's good. It's really good. And yes,
I don't like Swiss Miss hot chocolate.
I'm not a fan, but that cereal was great.
Oh.
With marshmallows in it, it was good. So good.
We were at Target.
It tastes like Cocoa Puffs.
Oh, I don't want it then. I don't like Cocoa Puffs.
Weirdo.
Dude, I don't like chocolate a whole lot. Do you see the candy I eat? It's not chocolate. It's fucking.
I know. I'm sorry. It's not fruity and will fucking give you diabetes in one shot.
What about my background says I like chocolate candy? But no, like my daughter found while we were at Target doing very light Christmas shopping, like stocking stuffers, which we'll get into. She found a Swiss Miss, but with Lucky Charms marshmallows. Have you seen that?
Yes.
Oh my god! Oh, like when I bought it, I was like, "Oh, this is gonna be the biggest fucking ripoff," because they always give you like 8 or 9 little white tiny ass marshmallows. So I thought that's what they would do. No, full-fledged fucking Lucky Charms marshmallows. And I made a cup for my son yesterday, the other day, and he literally just fucking ate it like it was cereal. And by the time it was done, he just drank the hot chocolate. It's like, drink your fucking milk right.
Oh my gosh, with a spoon?
Yeah, with a spoon. He was stirring. I was like, you're annoying me right now. Fucking do this right. I don't care if he's 3. There's a right way to do shit.
Yes, I agree. I do agree.
But
yes.
It looks so good. Again, I'm not a big fan of hot chocolate. The only way I will have hot chocolate is unfortunate with like butterscotch schnapps or brandy in it, so it's more liquor.
Yeah.
Than hot chocolate. You're like, it's a good hint of chocolate.
Yeah, I normally won't do it. I'll do it at like if we're out somewhere, like at a football game or somewhere cold, and you can drink it there. But that's not the only.
Because that shit's made with water.
I don't care. It's got chocolate flavor, so I'm fine with it. I'm not bougie with my.
Look, it's not
with my hot chocolate.
It's not bougie, okay? Listen, I'm already slightly lactose intolerant.
With your schnapps.
Schnapps. I said brandy doesn't make me sound.
Yeah, exactly. So it doesn't help at all. Your bougie hot chocolate. A lot of people just use the Bailey's, not brandy or schnapps.
Dude, Bailey's is more expensive than schnapps.
Because schnapps are like, you're forced to take those. Nobody buys that shit. Unless you want to pass a drug test in some way.
I have like 3 things of schnapps in my liquor cabinet, right?
Have you been drinking? No, I just brushed my teeth. Okay, I believe you.
I don't get the peppermint one. That's nasty.
That all of it's disgusting.
No. I have a good cocktail I can make you with some peach schnapps.
I don't trust you sometimes.
Oh, peach schnapps would be good like moonshine.
Yeah, as you're sipping 6 or 7 different liquors right now.
It's just Mountain Dew.
Okay. Whatever you got to tell yourself.
You tell me what you do up to Christmas Eve.
What the hell did you just say?
You tell me what you do up to Christmas Eve.
After Christmas Eve, so obviously our movies start, and I get told,
Hold on, need my snacks.
oh my gosh, I get told probably right after right after Halloween is when Christmas starts because nobody believes in Thanksgiving in this house except for me. So I have a whole month of planning that I don't do, a bunch of empty promises that I do. Oh, here's what we're gonna do. It's gonna be big. We're gonna do all this. It's now what? Today's the 6th. Nothing's happened. I mean, the Christmas tree is up. That had to go up, but that was not till after Thanksgiving. I fight that every year.
Okay,
I will
well,
not let it go up until after Thanksgiving.
So hold on, because I had kind of a change of mind about that thing. Because normally I'm the same way. Never before Thanksgiving. Okay, having kids made me do two things. One, it's more for them. They absolutely love Christmas and they don't give a fuck about Thanksgiving. That is a dying holiday that will die with us, the millennials. Gen Z, Gen A don't give a shit. But anyways, so it's more for them. And then also, I'm going to spend a whole fucking day or two putting this damn shit up. I want to enjoy it as long as possible. And by enjoy it, I mean I want to see it in that corner of the room when I walk in. So mine's been up since November like 5th or 6th because it's one of those things like we got it over with, got done with. My kids have been excited every time they see the Christmas tree. How much longer? How much longer? Versus, is it Christmas yet? Can we do the trees yet? Can we do no. Fucking not even Thanksgiving yet. Like November 1st. Oh, it's Christmas? No. Halloween was literally just yesterday. Christmas is in like a month and 25 days. Chill out.
Mm-hmm.
Ugh. And then, literally like 3, 4 days later, I was just randomly sitting in a recliner. I was like, you know what? Fuck it, let's just put it up. It's either going to be put up for a month and then taken down, or it could be up for 2 months and be enjoyed for 2 months.
And I'm assuming you guys have a fig tree.
Yeah.
Like
I have cats.
a good majority of people do. I'm not against real trees.
I
just
like
don't
to have
want
one
to.
at some point when my kids
I do
are older.
too, but I remember like growing up, that's the majority of what we had was real trees because fake trees, obviously, growing up was not a huge thing unless you had money to get a fake tree because they were not cheap growing up. They were a
They're
lot
still
more
nice.
expensive then than they are now. Now, yes, there are some that are very expensive. You want the full fledged gigantic tree with lights that do a million different things. So we have a fake tree, and I want to do a real tree, but all I remember of having a real tree is the cleanup,
He's a bitch.
the needles always falling off the tree, having to keep water in it, having to keep the whatever the feed or whatever the shit that goes in the water. I just know it was a headache, and we have dogs. I don't want dogs drinking out of the damn tree water
Yeah.
because it will. And they do look good, but man, I don't want it right now. I will get one. I just don't know when.
I can tell you,
I know
when your
that I know
kids
that
are
Shred didn't
older
want
and
one.
your animals are no longer around.
That or I can keep them away from it, but trying to keep the dogs away from it is gonna be tough.
Yeah.
But we do have a train that goes around. So that scares the bigger dog away. The small dog, not so much. But we'll see. Next year, maybe. I already know that if somebody that's upstairs listens to this podcast and hears you put your fucking tree up like the 5 days into November, I'm gonna get yelled at. So I'll get ready for that one. And then she's gonna agree with everything, all the empty promises that I talked about.
Listen, it's okay.
So I'll get yelled at again.
It's okay. By the time this episode airs, it's going to be December 23rd. So it's fine.
Yeah, well, that's fine. And who am I stuck with for the 2 days after that? The same person.
Just the 2 days?
So
Huh. You heard it here.
that's without work involved.
You hear it here, or you heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen.
There's where I can't go to work. That's where I
Divorce will
can't go
be
to
settled
work.
on the 25th. But again, like I said, the only reason why it's up is because thinking logically, it makes more sense. It has nothing to do with like we're postponing Thanksgiving or we're ignoring Thanksgiving. It's for the pure
And I
fact
get it.
of we have kids and all that shit's expensive. Everything we have.
Yes.
So if I'm going to enjoy my fucking Christmas shit, I'm going to enjoy it for 2 goddamn months. Now I will never put it before November 1st. And honestly, I don't know if we'll put it up first week in November again. It was just one of those things that like my kids really wanted it. My kids were begging to just have the Christmas festivities go around, and they've been seeing everybody around town starting to put Christmas stuff up. Even the city not having it lit necessarily, so that's all we heard.
Mm-hmm.
So like, whatever. It's more for the kids than it is for us. So
my main thing is that
if she uses that logic against you, you're screwed. So
we use Thanksgiving. We host Thanksgiving, and putting the tree up limits some of the stuff around as far as space wise, because the tree takes up some of the space in the living room. You have to shift the living room around.
Thanksgiving?
I like it good because I mean I cook everything. I cook the turkey and all that stuff. So I do all that stuff, and then we host Thanksgiving, and that's my justification to not put the tree up yet. And so I'll hold on to that for right now, and then it'll get vetoed next year. So
will she hear this podcast?
yeah. So now I'm giving away all my secrets right now. She's going to listen to this, and I'm going to get yelled at.
I'm gonna make sure to tag your page and your personal page in this episode.
But we get the trees up. The tree was up, I think, the weekend of after Thanksgiving. It was up. Like I said, obviously the lights are not up, but there's just stuff that we do of sitting down watching Christmas movies. Any family movie night we have is normally a Christmas movie of one movie they already seen, which is like Elf.
Oh my god! That's
you don't like Elf?
No, listen. One, I think I said this before. I'm not a big fan of Will Ferrell. 2, I hate the movie Elf.
Really?
Hate it. It is so fucking obnoxious. I get shit on. I'm sure whoever hears this, at whatever point, whoever watches the video edition, I'm sure someone will shit on me, and that's fine. Been putting up with it for a long time now. Mm-hmm. Elf is a stupid, stupid fucking movie. It could burn.
I enjoy it,
and it would have no impact on my life.
No, I enjoy Elf. Trying to think, but like going to the movies, like we do all that stuff, and then leading up, they do have holiday lights up here. I've never been to them. She's taken the kids a couple times to it, and that's really all there is. There's not a whole lot of stuff that we really do leading up to like Christmas Eve. Christmas Eve is like a bigger day because she's born and raised in Mexico, and they get together on Christmas Eve because they have different traditions and everything like that they do, and so we've kind of obviously we mix all that stuff together.
You're kind of downplaying that, seeing as they have some amazing and big ass traditions that happen down there.
I don't know all of them. That's why I'm kind of vaguely explaining it.
You better hope she doesn't listen.
She knows I can't explain everything. But
no,
like
just to be sitting here,
the main things
like, oh, he knows about why does he know? What's his wife?
No,
she's white. She is Irish white.
So yeah, no, it's because they have a very extensive, just like Halloween, they have a very extensive holiday experience. Yep. I'll say
traditions.
Ours is just like
customs.
You wake up, open presents, and you like your family for that day, and then after that you don't talk to them again.
Wait, we're supposed to like them that day?
Yes. So like our Christmas Eve is we go to her parents' house, and we're there. It used to be we would be there until about midnight. Then they start opening presents and stuff like that from the family, and then you have to drag your kids and yourself home to get ready for your Christmas in like 3 hours because the kids want to wake up at the fucking earliest they can. As soon as they sneeze in their sleep and they're like, "Oh, it's Christmas, let's go." So 4 or 5 o'clock, they're all running downstairs. He came. Let's go wake up mom and dad. As I just went down to sleep after, doing everything else.
You literally just laid your head down, just we're done.
Yeah.
Oh, son of a bitch, he's up. Yep. Okay.
Then I hear the Dad, wake up!
Dad.
Fuck. That asshole showed up.
I've done that too, where I was like, God, motherfucker showed up again. Oh wait, God damn it. Why do we do this?
Oh, one thing we do have that I am not a huge fan of, and I hate whoever invented it, is this fucking Elf on a Shelf. I hate it. It's the dumbest. I can't fucking stand it. Okay, so I hate it.
We're not gonna touch too much on it, but I don't understand the premise behind it, other than this elf is supposed to be like mischievous and just like getting into stuff. But
he's a fucking narc.
But other than that, like,
he's a narc. He's supposed to go back. He's supposed to watch your kids and report back to Santa.
Okay, that may have been how it started.
Yeah, but now it's just like a pornographic little fucker that runs around sticking his dick in everything he can, being promiscuous with Barbie.
Poor kid. But yeah. No, like, we don't do Christmas. It. We don't. I refuse to eat the damn toy. And like, my kids thankfully don't know about it yet. And I'm sure I'll come up with something elaborate, but I don't understand that. I never have. The most we've ever done is like done like the snow on the floor, like footprints.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm smart. I would do footprints to the tree and back, whereas so many people just do it to the tree, and it's
it disappears.
Yeah, it's like have an entry point. You're just telling me Santa just goes. That's how it works.
Why did he just do it in the first place?
Look, I've seen all the Santa Claus movies, and that is not what Tim Allen does at all.
He makes
and he goes out.
Fireplaces appear.
That's another movie like I watch.
Yes. Have you seen the new one?
I'm watching the TV series right now.
Okay. What is the TV series? I haven't started it yet.
Oh,
I'm waiting.
I'm on episode 3, and I'm to the point where I'm like, okay.
I wasn't a fan of the one that Martin Short was in, so it kind of put me off.
Yeah, well,
when Jack Frost was there, I wasn't a fan.
The way Tim Allen has interviewed about it is it's going to close up a lot of plot holes that existed during the first one specifically, where it's like, what happened to Santa Claus? Why do the elves act like nothing? Like, so this is just another Santa Claus.
Guy.
Here's Scott Calvin. How? Oh yeah, he must be Santa Claus. He's here with the sleigh. Like,
yep.
They're fixing a lot of plot holes that existed that so many people came out against. So, But again, I'm only on episode 3. It's a decent one. It's not amazing, but it's a decent one.
Yeah.
But with that said, because now we're on Christmas Eve / Christmas, I guess for you, you guys do stockings.
Yeah, we do.
Do you just do like pure sugar load? Here's candy.
No, we do little toys, puzzles, stuff like that. Just little stuff that I find anything small that I can just shove in there that I don't have to wrap. That's what I do.
Poor wife.
Yeah,
that's how you have kids, I guess.
Yes, that's what happens. Also, Hispanic women are very fertile.
This is true. Very true.
All I did was walk in and sneeze, and she was pregnant.
You're like, hey babe, what's going on? Oh, hold on. Ah, son of a bitch. I wasn't even near you.
I was upstairs.
But no, like, so we have similar things, and because I do the same thing with stockings, is like I find like little knickknacks, toys, gifts and gazmos, everything that goes in there. I try to always do something like I always try to include like one educational style toy or something in there. Whether it's like build your own slime, make your own snowball, whatever, just something little like that. Because my kid loves and has always loved STEM, so I will keep nurturing that and let her go bonkers with it.
That's great. I hate slime. Because slime doesn't make jewelry. Just so my daughter thinks that slime is jewelry.
Oh, you know what else?
When you make a necklace or a fucking headband when it goes in your hair.
Oh yeah, it doesn't make a beard, especially if you already have a beard.
Yeah.
I sat many of hours just doing this little number.
Oh
Like,
my gosh.
yeah, I'm just gonna cut it. I'm going down to stubble. It's fine. I'll grow it out in a month. But but we always do that. But then this year's a little different for Christmas. Uh, Normally, gifts again, we try to do something. Traditionally, Santa gives out one gift.
Spoiler alert. Santa's not real.
Well, I will get to that in a second, okay? That's the interesting part for us is like the Santa gives out one gift. They will
Okay.
get one gift from Santa, but then their mom and I will give out two, three gifts, no more than four collective, or not collective, sorry, total for each one of the kids. So total, no more than five, including Santa's, and that is solely because like the way even I grew up, like we had a bunch of toys. We always had just a stupid amount of toys.
Mhm.
Looking back, that wasn't conducive because cleaning up my room was a bitch. And I shared a room with my brother who was a year younger than me, and our room was always just a fucking mess with Legos and other shit. I didn't want to put myself through that. But also, in order to get new Christmas gifts, my kids have to give up toys or give up something, so they have to give back. So we have like a box of shit basically my daughter and son won't play with anymore or haven't touched in months, and that will be
Mhm.
donated or given to a shelter somewhere because now it justifies you getting not only justifies you getting more, but at the same time we're teaching them, you know, you're not using it, you're not playing with it. There's somebody else who could use it or who would use it and probably needs it a lot more than you. So we're trying to like instill that into them as well. And then also we're not gonna be outdone by a fat man in red. That's why I sent the kids. But like you were saying, because and I don't know if my kids are fully asleep or not, but yes, for adults, we know this. And my oldest has already questioned this, and we've already started coming up. Well, no, do you believe do you believe he's real? And we let them decide. And basically, we're basing it all upon the premise of it's not necessarily a physical human being.
Mm.
It's an idea. It's a concept. It is a mood or whatever. It's a gesture. Basically, it's just goodwill towards everyone, more so now than ever type thing. And you're spreading cheer and joy to someone else that needs it more than you. So like we're taking that approach versus just yep, you're right. I'm still gonna write Santa's name on everything though. So
Yeah.
fake it because you have a younger kid or younger
Yeah.
sibling. So um, because we want to do more of that style, and that may sound like really hippy dippy bullshit, but with everything that's going on in the world is that just makes more sense to instill that type of characteristic and behavior of saying no, I know he's not real, but it's the atmosphere, it's
Mm.
the giving a goodwill, giving a good faith and all that stuff, and not raising some little bastards who gonna turn out to be Kevin's and Karens of the world. So yeah, that's all that we're
True.
trying to do. So hopefully your wife's not listening to this.
Now, do you guys not yet? Now, do you guys do something? Do you guys let them open a gift on Christmas Eve, or is that because I don't think we do it. I don't remember. I don't think so. We've actually no. We've done it in the past. Just like we've been home on Christmas Eve and had nothing to do. We're like, yeah, you can open one, like the small one of some kind. We've done it in the past,
So
but it's not like a tradition of any kind.
yeah, that's the problem. It's not a tradition.
Mm.
It's more of convenience. Because like uh, before my mother-in-law moved to Florida, and even now because she comes up to visit for the holidays, is when she originally lived in Kansas, my wife and I would drive 2 hours west to go see mother-in-law, spend a few hours there, and either immediately go to my parents, who were an hour away from her, but still 2 hours of us, and we would go spend Christmas also with my family, and then drive home and do Christmas ourselves. And then once we had my daughter, my mother-in-law was living in Florida, and it would be basically 3 days: Christmas Eve, Christmas, and the day after Christmas, or 23rd, 24th, 25th. Either way, it was 3 days in a row where it would be Christmas, mother-in-law, or my family, Christmas with mother-in-law or my family, whoever we didn't see the day before, and then ourselves. But we always try to protect Christmas itself that day for just my immediate family, my 2 kids and my wife and I.
Yeah.
But if that doesn't work out because mother-in-law can't come down beforehand, or like this year she's gonna be a quick pit stop. So we'll probably celebrate Christmas on Christmas Day with her and the in-laws, but then maybe celebrate Christmas Eve with just us. But I still would do the Santa gifts on Christmas Day because
Yeah.
can't come a day fucking early, ruins everything.
No. Yeah.
So, but it's more about convenience or scheduling everything. But again, this year's really weird. Everything that's going on or gone on, I think we're really just doing Christmas, just the 4 of us. And if my mother-in-law can come back up, then we'll do Christmas again with her and my brother-in-laws, maybe. So, yeah, it's just all thing. Like my family, my side of the family, we used to get together every Christmas, all 5 of us with our significant others and children, and then that kind of has been fizzling out the last probably 6 years, to the point now it's really just like my sister and I come over with our 5 children combined, or maybe my older brother comes over with his husband, and then him and I really just talk, and my sister bitches and complain how none of the nieces and nephew like her. She doesn't understand why. I have childhood trauma that says I know why. But I'm not even joking about that. And if they're listening, I don't give a fuck. But like this year, my mom just texted us a couple days ago asking about it, and I was like, my wife works the day before and day after. Not really conducive for us to drive 2 hours there to spend literally 2-3 hours and maybe get into an altercation because everything has transpired this year. Then to drive 2 hours back with the kids, like, it's not practical that we're almost rushing through a holiday because my wife has to go to work the day before and the day after. And it's just this whole big ordeal. And then of course they're like, well, you could just stay the night. It's like, no.
I know it's not like it's not.
No. Like
I'm with you. I get it.
If I didn't have my kids, sure. But now I have a 5-year-old and a 3-year-old. No.
Yeah, and like you get into the once you hit like the full on, I just say like Christmas spirit, like it's like you don't want to do shit.
Oh.
Like I don't want to go anywhere. I will get up to cook, enjoy that. Movies are on.
Yep.
Presents are going to be open, all that stuff. Like I'm not doing nothing, and this is like the only time that I allow myself to enjoy snow. So I fucking hate snow.
Yeah.
And I'm in the wrong state to hate it. Yes, I understand that. I get it. But I fucking hate it.
It'd be Nebraska.
Either way, I fucking hate the cold. I hate the snow. No, give me sweat. Anything else, I'll fucking take that. I hate snow. I hate cold.
I will justify liking the cold for the pure fact that I can get bundled up and bundled up and bundled up. You can only get so naked and still be so damn hot, and there's nothing you can do.
I will stand naked in front of a fan. I don't care.
I have hot air blowing on you.
Hey, I've
might as well just go back into the military and deploy down range.
That's where I got it from, and that was just fine. I'll have a Universal Soldier moment where I'll go into a bath full of fucking ice. I don't care.
It's okay. I'm watching the neighborhood nights. Dad, neighbors are calling the cops.
I'm providing a blanket of freedom right now.
Try something of freedom. But
no, that's the only time. And I do hope for the whole nostalgia thing of White Christmas and like that, because I enjoy that part.
We have not had a White Christmas in a few years. Like, we always get told, oh, you're going to get snow on Christmas. It looks like there's going to be snow on Christmas. Here's the thing about Kansas, y'all. It is a bipolar, schizophrenic bitch.
That's the Midwest.
With severe Tourette's to the point, like, it's no fucking sense. And, like, I'm not bashing anybody with the elements, I'm sorry. But it's just so chaotic to the point, like, we've already had snow. We had snow back at the beginning of November.
Mm-hmm.
And then we went to blazing hot degrees of 80 degrees. Then we got shell-shocked with 20 degrees weather.
Yeah.
And everybody's like, why do you sound funny? Because I got fucking allergies, guys. I'm going from extreme weathers in 24 hours. And hell, within the same day, and I can't fucking breathe. I'm sorry.
Yeah. One year I think it was 2 or 3 years ago. I mean, 2 years ago. The boys got hoverboards. Christmas Day, no snow, 50 degrees outside. They're riding their hoverboards in shorts
Yep.
up and down the streets. I'm like, this is never like really. But
That's probably
obviously,
what Christmas is gonna be like here. So
great present. They could ride it that day. Normally, if you get like a bike,
yep,
like I got a bike for Christmas one year. I'm like,
same.
yay, thanks, mom and dad.
I got
I
got
do shit with it, but
rollerblades.
cool. Thanks for shit.
I got rollerblades one year.
Hey, can I ride this in the house? No. Well, fuck. Thanks. Appreciate it.
It wasn't because it was like not allowed. It's we didn't have wooden floors at the time. We had carpet, and you just can't do it. It's not possible. We have carpet. So I went to what got converted to the garage. I just went to this little patio section of like 10 by 10 circles, donuts. It's fuck boys.
Fast as fuck, boys. But I mean, that year, those presents worked out. I mean, it was great. They got to get on them, and luckily they didn't break anything that day because they just like, I don't know how kids now, like, I'd look at a hoverboard and I'm like, that's going to hurt me. That's going to hurt me. That's going to fucking hurt me.
You know
they get on it, they're boom, fucking gone.
Okay, you know how, okay, good. Because dad can't show you. Dad will break a hip.
Well, I'll get on a skateboard. Cool, I'll do that. This fucking hoverboard bullshit? No. Nope.
Oh my god.
No way.
So Christmas this year though is going to be different for us because we're not doing again hippy dippy bullshit type sounding stuff. I know that's how it sounds and it's fine. But like this year, my daughter doesn't really want gifts; she wants more of experience. So we're going to do experience type things. Like we're going to go get a hotel room because my daughter's fucking fascinated with hotels.
So is my daughter. Okay, so like, we're on the same page then. So is mine. Fascinated.
Maybe it's a 5-year-old thing. I don't know, but
she loves them.
Every month. Can we go to a hotel? No. Why do we need to go to a hotel? It's like a hotel. Do you like sharing a bed with dad? No. I'm not going to a fucking hotel. Well, I can share a bed with mom. No. If anyone's going to share a bed with mom, it's going to be dad. Deal with it.
I don't know. The fascination with hotels, the pool, and just pool. There's just the whole thing of it. Like growing up, I didn't mind them, but so you're going to a hotel on Christmas Day?
Christmas night maybe, or Christmas
night. Okay.
Too. It's we haven't decided because we're still trying to figure out my wife's schedule. But yeah, sometime week of Christmas we're gonna get a hotel and we're gonna just do that whole event. It'll be an overnight thing, so where we don't have to leave the area, so where I can still come home, let the dog out, feed the dog, feed the cats, like that type of thing. But we're also doing again. My daughter loves STEM, so we're doing a lot of STEM stuff. You know, my mother-in-law is even helping with it, where she's getting like a STEM kit on how to cook. So it teaches the kid how to cook proper things, what to mix, what not to mix, that type of thing. A gumball. Is that what she's getting, or is that what I'm getting? They're getting a gumball machine that they have to build up. They can insert gumballs into it and work. So a lot of like educational stuff.
Yeah.
And again, but my kid's really into that right now. She loves school. She hates missing school. So I absolutely hated school growing up. And I'm like, look, let's fucking run with this. We will do the whole school thing. If you want to be GPA 4.0, very fucking smart, gung ho school, let's go. Versus me, where it's like, I don't want to fucking go to school. Different reason. I was bullied.
Yeah.
I hated school. So
yeah,
I was like, I don't want to fucking go to school. My daughter, on the other hand, she's always praised for helping other people out. She's always helping the special needs kids out. And by that, I mean, like, she's helping them calm down. She's helping with their triggers. She's helping preventing triggers. She's a really nice human being. How the fuck I produced that? It's a goddamn miracle. Who knows? Mostly my wife, unless you piss her off. You know. She's like me. She spent too much time around me now. But so we're doing all that, like that educational stuff, the experience stuff, and we were gonna try to go to the Great Wolf Lodge, but god damn, that shit's expensive.
It is.
It was like
It is.
$300 a night, and that's not
Yes.
including the water slide, the arcade, the food. That's just here's a fucking room.
The rooms are nice, but
Oh
it's
yeah,
fucking
they're
expensive.
so we're gonna try to do that maybe next year and do it ahead of time, or
Yeah.
maybe for a birthday. We don't know, but we're kind of just easiest way to kind of phrase it is like we're breaking the mold of the shit we did, and we're kind of doing the shit we wish we could did, but at the same time, it wasn't necessarily around back then because technology.
Yeah. I mean, it wasn't a normal thing either. Like growing up, like we were going out to a hotel, stuff like that. It wasn't one of those things, but like I see nothing wrong with it. It's all about memories and experiences at that point.
Yeah,
And if you're creating them for the right reasons, hell yeah.
I mean,
So I mean, yeah,
well,
it's
I only say hippy dippy because I mentioned it to somebody related, and they're like, "Ugh, I wanted to get them all this stuff. You can. I'm just letting you know, this is what we're doing, and we would appreciate it if you follow suit."
yeah.
So it's just okay. Let's participate.
I mean, yes, your family, you kind of have a legit reason of why you want to do this stuff.
Yeah. So, but I mean,
So do your thing and do it. Yeah, I mean, it sounds cool for different. I mean, for definitely something different
yeah. I mean, this
for
I
sure.
don't know what the fuck the fascination was with hotel is though. Like that,
I,
I will say that is one of the nicest things because we take a trip to Florida, and because airplane tickets are expensive to buy 4 seats, especially out here in Manhattan, because we have to drive 2 hours to get a decent flight or pay an extra 150 or 100 per person to fly out of Manhattan. We just drive the 22 hours, 23 hours. And my kids absolutely love it. They love the drive because they get to see everything. We get to stay at like 2, 3 hotels on the way there, 2, 3 hotels on the way back. So of course they're like, "Yay!" I'm just like, I just want to get there. Done. So
I'll turn this bus around. That'll end your special little field trip.
I still stay at another hotel on the way back. Joke's on me. Damn.
Mm.
That's just
No, I mean, our Christmas will be just your normal. Wake up at the ass crack of dawn. I open presents, then I start cooking,
so.
and
Do you guys open before anything's eaten?
yeah, that's our thing is we do that, and then we'll kind of wake up because it's like the kids are on like a crack sugar high.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they're focused on that, and that's nothing else. You're not going to stop them. Like that's what they're doing.
Yeah.
Hands down. They know there's shit there for them under some bullshit paper, and they need to get to it now. So yes, they turn into severe crackheads. You're like they need what's in there. They need yeah. They're like yeah, let's go. Pass them. Give it to me. Let's go. Okay, what's this one? I mean, there's fucking paper flying everywhere. Trying to figure out what it is. Except for when my daughter was younger, there was very very delicate opening of these packages, and it drove me nuts. This little one here and here. I'm like, baby, just rip it open. Put your hand in there and go like this. Rip them shits.
That first
Just
Christmas
rip
with
it.
my daughter, she did the same because that's what she was being shown at the time. It's like, just come on, it's like right here. I literally grabbed it. I was like, hey, Izzy, grab it right here. And I ripped it, and she goes,
Rip that fucker.
and of course she went more than just wrapping paper. She tried to rip the box. I was like,
Okay.
whatever, it's gotta be opened up.
Yeah.
You're just saving me time.
So that's what it'll be. So open presents, and then breakfast will happen, and obviously, like I said, Christmas story will be on, and pretty much it's just kind of a chill day.
Yeah.
Whatever the kids want to do, they do. If, like our son, if he gets like video games stuff like that, he'll have time to play that stuff.
Yeah.
My daughter, she had last year. We got her it's like a headset and it's almost like a VR style, like an old school VR, but it was like aliens.
Oh, okay.
And you had a blaster on your wrist, and in the headset, it would put them up on. So she's running around the house playing, shooting aliens and shit. I was laughing my ass off. As I got it for her, I was like, this is going to be fucking awesome. She's running around the house killing aliens with it, and I loved it. It's like the best present I think I ever got her. But that's kind of what it is, and it's just a chill day. Like I said, Christmas movies are all day, eating, relaxing,
So,
and that's really about it.
but eating wise, like we've changed it up and we've settled. It's like I used to cook big meals, and this has
Mhm.
to be like blowing some people's minds, probably the older minds or our generation and older, who are like, these guys can cook. Yes,
Yes, we
I,
we cook.
I think that's funny. I will explain later. I will elaborate later. But like I used to make like big meals. If I had a smoker, which I do now, I normally would like
Mhm.
smoke meat the night before, the day of, whatever. But for fuck's sakes, we've got to the point where we're just like, let's go get a charcuterie board, or let's go get a bunch of meats and cheese and crackers, and we like it's just out there. I will make
That's
a crock
yep.
pot of little smokies and meatballs with homemade barbecue sauce. Yeah, I'm bougie. I made myself, fuckers. But it's down there, and it's literally just like fucking eat it as they go. And it's one of those days of I don't give a shit. Eat whatever you want. Just know
Yeah,
when your stomach hurts, and I told you a dozen times, probably ease up on that shit. Go eat some real food. I ain't
yeah,
gonna feel sorry for you. I'm gonna be like, yeah, it's still 8 o'clock. You need to get your ass to bed. So
yeah. So I
make
mean,
a
we'll
trash
have
can. Go to bed.
we have breakfast, and that's
Yep.
one thing. But yeah, charcuterie boards are one big thing. Is yes, meat, cheese, crackers. The kids love that. That's
They're
one big thing.
they're
Is that we'll
playing.
have snacks.
They're playing
Yeah.
24/7. So like,
Mhm.
why stop and be like, okay, come on to the table? Like I get breakfast. I do the same thing: bacon, eggs, sausage, waffles, pancakes, whatever. We do the whole 9 yards for breakfast, but we also have breakfast before we um, do the presents, if possible. But they also get to stay up a little bit later on Christmas Eve, so we can sleep in a little bit later on Christmas Day.
Oh, okay.
So thankfully, one of my kids is still crib bound, so
They're
don't worry
locked
about
in.
him. Yeah, he's locked in. Uh, but yeah, it's just like I get breakfast. Yeah, absolutely. I will carb
Yeah.
load them all morning,
Hmm.
and they'd be like, "All right, go nuts. If you need batteries, we ain't got them. So you gotta."
Never do.
No,
You never do.
I make sure it's not because oops, I forgot. It's a. I'm sorry. Are you gonna pay $14.99 for a 6 pack of double A's? No. Should have asked Santa for some 6 pack
That's
of double
true.
A's. It
Fuck,
sounds
are expensive.
like he got you the gift. Don't you think you should supply the batteries? Even though I'm the
Do you
fucker that bought it.
do you love Santa now? Huh? Do you like him still? Huh? Fuck that Batman.
I think I said that last year too. Because we got him something uh with batteries. I didn't realize it didn't come with batteries because it doesn't fucking say on it like fine print of batteries not included. Any ass little
Yeah.
print. So when they opened, like, oh, we don't have it, and we legitimately didn't have batteries. And I was like, ah, fucking Santa, god damn it. And she responds with, yeah, fucking Santa. And I was like, I'm not mad. Good context. That's the right context. Don't say that outside this house.
So for dinner, what do you guys do for dinner? Do you cook a big dinner or do you
Nope.
just kind of have
It's it's
whatever?
it's literally that charcuterie
Just
board
that
and
all
just like
okay.
I like we don't as of now, like as of last year, like 2 years ago even, um, we just kind of stepped away from that. Granted, if we're at my family or my in-laws are in, then of course there's a big meal, either lunch or dinner. But even like my family, granted, there's 5 of us kids. Everyone's married now, so there's 10 plus my mom and dad. There's 12. The oldest has 3 kids. Second oldest has 5 kids. I have two. So there's what, 8, 10 kids right there. Oh, this shit happened since we were last here. I'm a fucking great uncle. So 32 years old. I'm a great uncle, not just an uncle. I have a great nephew.
And he's not describing their personality. He's just talking like the
Talking like lineage. Fuck. I was an uncle at 12. Now I'm a great uncle at 32.
I had to verify some of that for some of the dummies out there. Like, oh yeah, good job. You're a great uncle.
I am
No,
a
no,
great
no.
uncle. I'm the one that spoils everybody with candy.
He's just about to cuss the right way.
Yeah, right context. Um, but so like all there's 11 or 10 grandkids, one great grandkid, all of us. So it used to be, my mom and dad be like, "Hey, what do you all want for Christmas lunch or Christmas dinner? We'll make it." Blah blah blah, and it always used to be a big meal. And then like 3 4 years ago, I jokingly was like, why do we do this shit? Why don't we just do like a charcuterie board or BYOB type thing? And sure as shit enough, that stuck. And now we're like, what'd you bring? Ah, what did you bring? Little Smokies and meatballs with homemade barbecue sauce. Why? Because I had to cook shit. I made a barbecue sauce in summer. Easy and efficient.
Yeah. See, that's us. That's us. Christmas Eve. That's our thing. That's what we do. Christmas Eve. All get
Christmas
together,
Eve
bring
always
shit,
has a big
eat.
dinner.
Yeah. So we have a big dinner then, and it's like do all that stuff. So we go back to it. We eat dinner, but we're there at like 6 o'clock, and then you're there until midnight. So you have like it's like a Hobbit
Yeah,
thing. You have a second dinner,
yeah.
but it's completely normal.
Called midnight
That's
snack,
what
but
they.
yeah.
That's what they do. It's like another dinner. So pretty much everything else comes back out.
But
Everything is reheated and
that seems
served
to be a
again.
tradition. And correct me if I'm wrong internationally, but at least when I was over in Germany, that's describes pretty much any holiday I had over there as well, where it was, you know, you had a big meal and then you had this big after meal and then you had this like going to sleep meal type thing where you were legitimately fat, mostly drunk, fat, and you're just going to bed like, ugh, I'll wake up tomorrow. Maybe.
Hopefully.
We'll see.
Yeah.
My heart's kind of pounding pretty quick. It's fine. And you wake up, you're like, oh, thank God.
Made it.
Made another day. What time is it? I miss Christmas morning. What's for breakfast? But like, no, I think it's so interesting how things have changed. At least from my childhood, of getting all this fucking. I loved it. Don't get me wrong. I got all the Legos. I got all the toys. I got all of it. And now I'm almost a 180 difference of I don't want my kids to have all the toys. I don't want them to not appreciate all their toys they've had before they're getting. I don't want them to take it all for granted, which is why we have them donate stuff. And plus, it's just like I'm gonna either throw the toy away, a perfectly good toy, or I can give it to somebody else who may need it, type thing. And that's not me being righteous. That's just me being not wasteful, I guess. Whatever. But and now we're like, oh, we're gonna do an event. We're gonna do experiences. We're not gonna do gifts. We're still gonna do gifts because we were a little late on deciding the whole hotel thing. So, but it's for me looking back and then comparing it to now, it's just a whole fucking 180.
Yeah.
Even like the dynamics of what we did to celebrate family with or celebrate Christmas with my extended family at the time, meaning like my grandma, my grandpa, my aunts and uncles, always used to get together Christmas Eve, day after Christmas, whatever. Now, that doesn't even happen. My clan does not get together at all during Christmas because there's like 150 of us grandchildren alone. That's not including our spouses, just grandchildren. And then, most of us are married, so double that, plus grandkids, plus great grandkids. And I think my grandma is a triple great grandma now. Maybe a quad due to my niece, but I forget. Yeah, she's up there. She's only like 93. But it's okay. She said she's not going to live another 10 years. She's very adamant about that. She's been saying that for 5 years.
I'm done. I'm out.
So, but I just think it's so funny to look back and see the drastic difference and how everything's changed. Now I'm like, you know what? I'm okay with how it is now. I like how it is now. I'm having more fun now.
Growing up, we didn't get together on Christmas Eve, nothing like that. Growing up, Thanksgiving was the one that like all families together on Thanksgiving, and
Easter.
then you leave us alone on Christmas. That's pretty much what it was. Like everybody did their own thing on Christmas. Like I saw you all for that day, and we're good.
Oh, you listened a month ago. Nothing's changed.
Yeah,
fuck off.
So we did. I think about it, we would do something at my grandparents' house, but it was like nowhere near Christmas. Like a week before, like the weekend before, or whatever. We do that at my grandparents' house.
We would, again, Catholics. We would rent out like the dining hall by the church because that's where all of us would congregate. So, but I mean,
yeah.
But anyways, let's wrap this up before I get on another tangent because I thought I was like, go down that rabbit hole. Let's wrap this up and finish off with, of course, the very last holiday that happens this year, New Year's Eve. For New Year's, do you guys do anything?
Oh, I think that's another episode. To be honest, I think so because
then we're just gonna end it with this. Who's more festive?
So angry.
Not angry yet. Okay, I read a book about anger. Who's more festive? Like who does the festivities or whatever? So like, I guess let me explain. Between you and your wife, who's more festive? For me, I'm the holiday one in the relationship. Like when my wife and I got together and everything, we had kids. Yeah, I was like, hey, look, we're doing the Easter Bunny, we're doing Christmas, like all this gimmicky stuff. That was me. That's
Yeah.
me. That's me, like living it and doing. I want to do this. I want to do all this stuff. Where my wife's like, I don't get why. Like it's stupid. It's not the point. And it's kind of grown on her after having two kids and 6 years. But by kind, I mean like this year she's finally getting into it. But like I'm the one that's like, I will go above and beyond. I will do the extra gimmicky, foolish shit. You're like, why? You know you're a guy, right? You know you're 32, right?
You're a dad. That's the thing. Now, the more festive one, I mean, it's for my safety. It's her. But like Easter, we're both like we're done with Easter. Easter to us, like we're not religious. We don't go to church.
I do it for the candy.
Well, we can buy candy. That's the thing. Like we will hide Easter eggs.
Yep.
But like we wake up that morning like, oh fuck, did you hide them? No, did you hide them? Oh shit. Distracted kids. Why my ass is out in the backyard fucking chucking Easter eggs everywhere trying to hide shit. And she's trying to control the kids upstairs and not look out the window. So
I mean, that's
that we're kind of done with that. I think we're done with that holiday, to be honest. We're gonna just go with here's an Easter basket.
so
Here's an Easter basket. That's where we're at with that one.
so we do the Easter. I mean, we'll touch base on Easter, but pretty much the same thing. Like we do the Easter basket, and then we do hiding eggs last moment. But that's also because it's also fucking March or April, and there may or may not be snow here in Kansas. So
It's fucking cold. But no, for
Thank you, Mother
festive
Nature.
wise, she is probably the more festive one. She likes to do all that stuff. She really gets into holidays. She makes her own the hot cocoa bombs and stuff like that. She makes her own and puts the stuff inside of them and all that stuff too. So she really gets into
that's what's in my
Christmas
kids'
is her biggest
stocking.
one. Yeah.
I paid
So
$5 for them.
Christmas is her biggest thing. Halloween is her second. She cares less about Thanksgiving. But like those are the main things. And yeah, she'll go if she could, the whole fucking house would look like North Pole, like Santa's workshop, everything. It would be that, but we would have no money and the kids would not get anything at all. But
You want decorations? You want fucking presents? Doesn't matter what you want. I want decorations.
That's where it's at. I mean, yeah, she can get really into it, and thankfully she hasn't gotten too far into it yet, but I feel like it's coming, like in the next day or two. And I'm waiting for the ass showing of the lights not being up yet, but that'll happen this week.
Stay
Check
tuned
back
for the
check back
episode
Sunday
after
when
the
you
23rd.
yeah, just search the Iowa obituaries for the 10th or 11th to see if I'm dead because I didn't do it.
It won't say Rahgel, so nobody will ever know.
Nope, just look for the red hat and a guy like this.
If I see it, I'll make sure to post it up online. So follow us on Facebook.
Appreciate it.
Two guys, one gamepad, cut short.
Yep.
Lights were never hung, but something was hung by the lights.
Yep, somebody got hung by the lights.
But no. This will be an interesting Christmas. Everything changing and all that stuff. So, yeah. With that said, of course, because this video or this podcast episode is going to air today for y'all, which is December 23rd. So happy holidays, whichever holidays you celebrate. Let us know what your holiday traditions are. You can literally message us on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. Yeah, TikTok. I think I have that open. Don't quote me on it. Or two guys, one gamepad at Gmail. So, yeah, let us know. And thanks for listening. Other than that, can't say it. It's festivities.
Hey,
be festive about you fucking.
We got big holiday coming up. Everybody enjoy it. Enjoy the family, everything else.
Stay
and
safe.
Merry Christmas, bitches.
Bye.